This is Graham Douglas from The Graham Show. In a career that spans almost 40 years, Andrea McArdle is best known as Broadway's original Annie. Since then, she's starred on Broadway in Les Mis, Starlight Express, State Fair, and Beauty and the Beast. Now she's back by popular demand at New York City's Broadway nightclub 54 Below. I recently sat down with Andrea to talk about her cabaret engagement and about her early memories of the theater.
Back when I was small, someone promised that they'd catch me, and then they'd let me fall, and now I'm falling.
You've done many cabarets over your lengthy career. What makes this particular cabaret here at 54 Below special?
Well, besides the fact that all that magic happened in the 70s and 80s, which I was, here for, even though I was underage. We shared the same bouncer. The Annie bouncer and the Studio 54 bouncer were the same man, so very lucky for us kids, us underage victims or participants. And so literally we'd be here on a Thursday night, and it would be Michael Jackson over there and Bianca Jagger and Andy Warhol just rolling around on the floor and everything. I mean, there was some innocence to the 70s, even though it sounds really seedy. It was an era that New Yorkers policed themselves, and it was before all this catastrophic, global stuff happened that affected all of us. And New York was, it felt like one night in Bangkok, but not crazy. To me it was normal. And so besides that, there really isn't a room in New York that gets it right, and they've spent a lot of time, a lot of thought, a lot of money, and, Richard Franklin, Tom Bertel, they did it right.
Losing myself, only got me to blame.
What keeps you motivated and inspired with such a long career as yours?
A love and respect of the theater, and realizing that, after chasing a lot of pop, dreams when you're, an adolescent and then, a young adult, when I realized that the material that I'm handed in this medium, being theater, and Great American Songbook, Old Standards, and all these great composers, is you just have to basically show up and keep your instrument tuned, because the material is great. And so if it's on the page, it's on the stage, and so I've learned to really respect that and enjoy it. And just seeing other performers perform inspires me every day.
Ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive, being alive.
To young theater enthusiasts that are looking to make a break into this business, what advice can you give them, given that you have seen the business in many different incarnations, starting as a child or now as an adult?
Years ago, I was a little kid from Philadelphia. I had to send my 75 cents by snail mail to New York to get one piece of sheet music. And I had a dog that hated the mailman, so all of my early sheet music, which I still have, and all the back rack stuff is like dog, teeth marks all through it. But there was no way to be, in the pulse of this unless you were here. And now you can do it from anywhere. As a matter of fact, sometimes I think I learn the most from a lousy production, because you find it within yourself to say, okay, I have to maintain some type of standard. And, early success did make me a little bit, wanting to just be like everybody else for a few years. And I went and had a family very early. I have a 24-year-old daughter. When you're an ingenue, the way I was for so many years, playing Belle at 37, I thought they were calling me for Mrs. Potts. I was like, I have to sit down because I'll cry. But if it had been Mrs. Potts, it was fine. But I was playing ingenues for so long that people forget, and it's kind of hard, to catch up, because I'm in the Mama Rose age now, but they still, Annie's a hard one to shake. So maybe a production that's currently on Broadway now, where I could be Miss Hannigan age-wise. Maybe it's time we all move on and let that go, because I'm ready.
Well, we're happy you're still here, and we look forward to what you do next. Thank you, Andrea.
Thanks.